But listen, it's not like Democrats are without fault. An equal opportunity critic of bad politics and bad policies. And I want to look at what happened in Indianapolis this week, where ILEA, this state mandated board put together to figure out the problems of Indianapolis Public Schools, voted 8-1 to recommend creating a new agency to oversee both IPS and charter schools. This proposal would shift major powers away from the democratically elected IPS board to a mayor-appointed body with authority over property taxes, buildings, transportation, accountability, and enrollment. Charter supporters praised the plan as a structural overhaul, while IPS advocates and community groups warned it weakens democratic oversight and accelerates privatization. If enacted by the GOP legislature, the recommendation would represent one of the biggest changes to Indianapolis school governance in decades. Lawmakers will decide whether to turn the recommendations into law when the General Assembly reconvenes in January. Listen, Maria, we just talked about this a minute ago. It's kind of been the theme of the show as we talk about it in terms of healthcare, but we're treating things that should be public services as businesses and introducing competition and market efficiency into things that should not be a concern. And I'm seeing the same thing here in Indianapolis, where these charter school monsters have sufficiently cornered a good portion of the Democratic Party. Mayor Joe Hoggsett is behind this. Former Mayor Bart Peterson really kicked this thing off. Here, the Democrats are in the wrong. I don't know. Am I reading this the wrong way?
Yeah, if whoever supports this other body appointed by one person, the mayor, that's similar to what Indiana University in terms of the board of trustees being appointed by the governor. So I would have to just say that I am saying that similar to redistricting, the root of that is oppression and racism, because in terms of defunding, I mean, that's the problem. Public schools being defunded. There's not a lot of other problems. I mean, again, we're talking root cause, right? Defunding public schools has that ripple effect and causes other challenges. And yes, it is at its root oppressive and racist.
And what the charter school folks, they always point out the failing public schools, where they don't point out that the defunding, the kneecapping of public schools that sort of went into this performance. Again, our funding mechanisms are all wrong. As long as public school funding is tied to local property taxes, you're always going to get disparities. And so what will happen in Indianapolis is white flight took folks out to the suburbs, and they took the tax base with them, leaving the schools woefully underfunded. And then we wonder why they're not performing well. So let's take more money from them and give it to for-profit actors. Seems like the wrong way to go about things.